The biggest party of the summer is once again upon us. What's up, WWE Universe? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Tonight, I reveal my predictions for the biggest party of the summer, SummerSlam, and it is presented by MLB Tap Sports Baseball 2018, which is available for Google Play and on the App Store, and it is also presented by Cricket Wireless. And we would also like to send a special thanks to Flow Rider for Sweet Sensation and AJR Burn the House Down, which are the official themes of SummerSlam, available on iTunes and Spotify. Alright guys, we're going to kick things off with the kickoff show as the B team will defend the Raw Tag Team titles against the Revival. Honestly, this is hands down over a year in the making, because the Revival had been brought up to the main roster from NXT last year, the night after WrestleMania, and honestly, I think the Revival can pull it off. And become Raw Tag Team Champions, so that's who I'm going for. Alright guys, so from there we move on to another match of the kickoff show as Rusev and Lana will team up to take on the team of Zelina Vega and Andrade Cien Almas. Now, my honest opinion, I think this whole thing has gone way out of hand, seeing as the fact that Almas believes that he should be handed everything on a silver platter, when Rusev and Lana, they had to scratch and claw their way to superstardom, while Almas, he cheats to victory, like he did when he was NXT champion. So hands down, I'm gonna go with Rusev and Lana. Alright, so from there we move on to the last match of the kickoff show, as Cedric Alexander will defend the Cruiserweight Championship against Drew Gulak. Now this is going to be by far, in my opinion, one of the most intriguing matches excuse me, on the card, because you have the soul of 205 Live going up against a guy who wants to make 205 Live void of pretty much everything. Honestly, I do see Drew Gulak as a Cruiserweight champion. I just don't think that this will be his time, because this is probably by far the best Cedric Alexander we had ever seen in a long time. So I'm going with Cedric Alexander. Alright, so from there we move on to a match that is 8 years in the making, as Daniel Bryan will finally get his one-on-one rematch against The Miz. Now this whole thing started back in 2010 in the original NXT, when Daniel Bryan was The Miz's rookie. And I think what caused Daniel Bryan to be eliminated from NXT was the fact that he did things The Miz's way, and that caused him to lose literally every single one of his matches. And when he faced The Miz one-on-one on an episode of Monday Night Raw, Daniel Bryan made The Miz tap out, and he won it on his own terms. Now it's 8 years later, and The Miz believes that he is superior to Daniel Bryan. Hands down, I'm going with Daniel Bryan, because of the fact that Daniel Bryan has more experience in the ring than The Miz, and also because of the fact that Daniel Bryan is a submission master. Like, he knows almost every submission hold in the world. But then again, he's no Dean Malenko. The man with 1,000 holds. Alright guys, so from there we move on to a match that is very strange, as the Constable of Raw, Baron Corbin, goes one-on-one with Finn Balor. Honestly, I want to see the Demon King. I want to see that. I know everybody out there watching this video right now wants to see the Demon King against the Constable. Will we see it? Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. Only time will tell. But honestly, I'm gonna have to go with Baron Corbin on this one because the last time these two were in the ring at the same time, 1-on-1, Baron Corbin picked up the pinfall victory. So I think I think Baron Corbin can do it again. So for our guys, so we now move on to the United States Championship as Shinsuke Nakamura defends the title against Jeff Hardy. Now, obviously, Jeff Hardy has to worry about Randy Orton, who has a vendetta against everybody that we as fans see as heroes. Obviously, Jeff Hardy is one of them, so no doubt that Jeff Hardy will be having eyes in the back of his head. But if anyone can take the title away from Shinsuke Nakamura, definitely Jeff Hardy. But I would not get my hopes up because Shinsuke Nakamura will find a way to cheat, just like he did at Extreme Rules. Alright guys, so we move on to the SmackDown Tag Team titles as the Bludgeon Brothers will defend the titles against the New Day. Honestly, I don't really see the New Day winning the titles. I'm going with the Bludgeon Brothers. Alright guys, so we now move on to the Intercontinental Championship as Dolph Ziggler with Drew McIntyre in his corner will defend the Intercontinental title against Seth Rollins with the return of Dean Ambrose in the corner of the Kingslayer. Honestly, with Dean Ambrose in Seth's corner, I highly doubt that Dolph Ziggler will stand a chance. So I'm going with the Kingslayer, Seth freaking Rollins. Alright guys, now we move on to the triple threat match for the SmackDown Women's Championship as Carmella will defend against Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. Now obviously Becky Lynch was not happy with the fact that her best friend Charlotte Flair was added to the mix, but she knows that at the end of the day it is strictly business. Honestly, it's been 2 years in the making. Honestly, I want to see Becky Lynch become SmackDown Women's Champion, but I mean with someone like Carmella, anything can happen. So I'm gonna go with Becky Lynch. Alright guys, now we move on to a match that is one of the most stupidest stipulations ever. And this was not made by Kurt Angle. This was made by Stephanie McMahon herself. As Braun Strowman will defend his Money in the Bank briefcase against Kevin Owens. And the stipulation is that should Braun Strowman lose by any means, whether it's by pinfall, submission, disqualification, or countout, Kevin Owens will become Mr. Money in the Bank. Honestly, Braun Strowman has been so dominant ever since he became a Raw Tag Team Champion with a 10-year-old at WrestleMania. So hands down, Braun Strowman. Alright guys, now we move on to a match that is 20 years in the making as AJ Styles will defend the WWE Championship against Samoa Joe. Now these two guys have been friends for literally over 20 years, and Samoa Joe and AJ Styles thinks that Joe is throwing it all away, but with Joe it's strictly business. 9 months as WWE champion, over 9 months, and his title and AJ's reign is in serious jeopardy. Honestly, I'm gonna have to go with Samoa Joe on this one because Samoa Joe, he's had multiple shots at the WWE Universal Championship, which we'll get to in a moment. But he failed miserably. But I think his time, I think this this Sunday will be his time, but we'll see. So from there we move on to the Raw Women's Championship as Alexa Bliss will defend against Ronda Rousey. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say I know that there are kids who watch my videos, but viewer discretion is advised. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm gonna make a hashtag. All right, and I'm going to make it, and that's it's gonna be a part of the title of this video. So hashtag Bliss is screwed. Well, actually scratch that. Bliss is fucked. Okay, Alexa Bliss is fucked because Ronda Rousey is going to destroy Alexa Bliss. So hands down, Ronda Rousey, no contest. And speaking of the Universal title, we move on to the Universal Championship as Brock Lesnar will defend against Roman Reigns. Honestly, though, I'm going to go ahead and say this because I know that a lot of people out there are huge fans of Suplex City, but Kurt Angle is right. Brock Lesnar is the worst champion we had ever had in a long time. I want Roman Reigns to beat the hell out of Brock Lesnar. Hands down. Alright, you guys, so that is going to do it for the SummerSlam predictions. Thank you guys so much for watching. And remember to post in the comments below. Smash that thumbs up button. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications. Hit that bell button for more WWE and YuGiOh videos. And on that, this is your boy Nash here, signing out.